Unfiltered.
Woohoo, we're back again. We're here.
You can't stop it.
Yeah, we're rolling. We're on the roll. Our latest limited release today, which is our Black Magic Black Rice Lager. So yeah, a bit of an interesting, different kind of brew we do for this one this year. Not in the same, I guess, style that we always do, and as well as the method is probably one of the big differentiating.
Wow, we're only that far in as well.
Let's go.
I haven't even got to the TV shows yet either. Whoa.
Yeah, I feel like this one came off the back of our last rice lager when we steeped all the rice ourselves because we don't have a...
Oh yeah. That was a never again moment.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like steeping everything, cooking all the rice, and then adding it to the mash tun.
Yeah.
We said we'd never do it again.
Never.
And then we tried the rice lager on the canning line, and I remember you saying, maybe we should do a black rice lager.
Yeah,
I thought it was in the never again pile.
Never again, yeah.
But then here we are. But this one we did take the easier route.
We did. We kind of we chickened out.
Yeah. It happened off the back of our double dark red IPA.
Yeah. So I guess, like, for anyone wondering, we obviously did double dark recently, and with that brew we take the first runnings, which is the really high concentrated sugar, and then that's pretty much all we use, which leaves a lot of residual sugars and still like potential in the mash that's still left and remains. I guess that's where the Black Magic comes from, is in, like, we've kind of transformed the base of another beer that was very different. Like you said, the color, even like the dark red. It's double dark itself is dark, but when you dilute the rest of it down, it would be very red. It does have a, like, I don't know if you can see it in there, but there is like a really, like, nice red tinge to it. So, magic.
I think as well, like, when you when we take that first runnings off that mash with the double dark red, you're left with probably higher gravity than any of our other beers would have anyway.
Yeah.
So we actually made so much more of this than we were meant to.
So much.
So, like, there was one point where you were like, I think you had 1,800 liters in kettle, which we only expected to get about 900 or 1,000.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do we do? And I'm like, I just keep going. I don't know.
Yeah. And then that was day one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm doing it again tomorrow. Do we really want like 3,000 liters of
Yeah.
this? And then we were like, yeah, why not?
Yeah. I find as well with this that, like, all of the characteristics is in the nose, and then because of that rice in the malt bill, it is almost, I think that's where everyone is like, if you drank it straight from the can, you'd know it's a dark beer.
Yeah, for sure.
But, like, if you were blindfolded and drink it out of a glass, you really don't get any of those big characteristics because it's so thinned out with with the rice. I think when people say, like, when you've got a rice lager and people, I think, are looking for rice flavor, it's almost the absence of rice is the absence of flavor is what rice brings.
Yes.
So, and that's when, like, if you're eating Japanese food or something that's got, like, more flavor, delicate flavors, this, as much as it is roasted flavors, it's so subtle that it doesn't get in the way of it.
No.
So I always like something like this with Japanese food, it would be banging.
Absolutely,
because I reckon you get to enjoy the nose, but then it doesn't ruin your palate for tasting.
No, it's a pretty clean finish when you drink it. So, like, doesn't hang around, it's not residual. So yeah, like, it does work. It would work definitely with those delicate flavors. But then being dark and a little bit roasty, it would complement, like, all your regular, like, winter kind of meals.
Yeah.
So, like, right now is a good time to drink it. Like,
For sure.
I mean, I would drink it in summer too.
But, like, 4% straight out of the can too. I reckon that's the one. Like Friday Arvo, you can drink.
Yeah,
right?
you don't have to be a snob. I drink from the can.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, specific glass. Or I'm like, oh yeah, but sometimes
I feel like it's like an
ABV
ABV thing, where it's like, if it's over maybe 6, then if it's over 6, then I'm like, maybe it deserves a glass. I'm like, maybe they've brewed it for glass.
Yes.
Where I'm like, this was not brewed for glass. It doesn't. It's a bit pretty. Like, I was like, the head retention's really nice on it. It was.
We worked hard on that.
Wait, let me Let me get it excited.
Yeah.
Ta-da! But yeah, the flavor and everything kind of makes for just an easy drink.
Yeah. For the time of year, a nice sessionable dark beer is just like, it's like perfect lineup. I mean, it was freezing cold this morning. I couldn't even warm up. I was in jumping armor shivering, and it's like probably like 20 degrees outside now. So I'm like, oh, what a time to have a dark beer.
The black, so the fact that it's dark is because we color adjusted in the mash with chocolate, Carafa 3 and roasted barley.
Yeah.
And then we also pretty much swung a full pivot at that point and started using different salts in our brew to accommodate for a dark beer. So we upped certain ones so that it comes off as smoother, so you don't kind of accentuate any of the acidities, because then it kind of it falls too far into that roasted bitterness acidic field. So we've pulled it back to probably closer to where a stout like that, a darker beer's salts would fall. Which makes for a really nice, smooth lager. So the rice, the way that we've done it this time, it's the rice is gelatinized and then rolled.
Yeah. So it kind of exposes all of the starches on the outside of it to get accessibility to them. So like you chuck rice grain in there, you're not going to get the starches out of it. So which is when we did the sushi cooking.
It starts as raw.
It's raw. We cook it up to like almost,
I think it's 76 like from my memory.
Really
gelatinous temperature. And then it just fucking explodes into the whole thing.
It's just mush.
Gigantic. Like 6 bags of rice turns into like 10 Eskies of rice.
Like we had like,
it was huge. We were calling people up. Anyone got any more Eskies? It was messed up.
So like, this has been done for us, but they gelatinize it and it gets rolled into like flakes. So it almost looks like corn flakes, like flaked rice essentially. So that gives us accessibility in the mash, so that the enzymes can then convert those starches. They can get to them,
which
and
they don't have their own enzymes. So the enzymes in the mash time, which we added extra enzymes, in order to break down the starches in the rice and convert those into sugars, which then, as we're mashing on those and then transferring off, we're extracting more and more sugars that didn't exist in the first mash. So it's kind of like a cheap bump up that secondary, what was remaining from the double dark red mash, in order to extract more sugars. And then because it is so thin, we did add a lot of other kind of specialty malts in order to preserve some of the other attributes of the beer we want to keep intact. So head retention, body profile, etc.
Some of the confusion may be around the rice part of it, but there is like wheat and barley in there. So like it's not gluten-free by any means at all. It's more just...
that was one I was supposed to say.
It's just more of an additional, like we call it an adjunct. So like in American beers, they tend to, like American light lagers and stuff, they use corn as an adjunct as well. And it's just an addition, essentially add some kind of starch that can be converted to sugar to get a fermentable sugar for the yeast. So but it is still pretty packed. A majority of it is still like barley and wheat malt, so not gluten-free. Linda? My wife's celiac, so you can put that in there.
And then hops. We didn't say hops, but
we didn't talk
Australian
about
Ella from HBA. That is kind of... We were considering doing kind of a full European style. We wanted SARS at one point, but then Ella kind of has all the attributes we were looking for in an international hop anyway. So we were looking for that kind of like floral, a
little bit of spice.
Which I think it worked perfectly.
And the hops really... they're only used in the hot side, like for mainly bittering purposes. So it's a really good hop for that purpose. It's got that noble background, so it does its job. But even we use it in Coastie, we just think it's a really nice, really good bittering hop. That's kind of pleasant. It doesn't have like an astringent bitterness that some maybe other more powerful hops seem to have. So, but no, I think that little bit of a floral element is nice too. Like it maybe comes through a tiny bit, not much, but yeah, one of our favorite. I love Ella. It's probably one of my favorite hops. Honestly, I reckon I'd just have this on a Friday night, and if I got pizza or went and got burgers or you know, I'm really thinking teppanyaki. I just can see myself sitting there like some guys like just flicking food. I can't get out of my head, but I'm like realistic. Not probably doing that too often.
When Black Rice Lager has a commercial, we can have that be Jared sitting there enjoying it, and then it's like the flavour you can see style.
All right, we're back on the shapes. I reckon it'd go well with shapes too. But I reckon I can like just on a Friday afternoon, like finish work, get home, maybe even cooking some dinner, but like just any dinner at home, and I'm just probably cracking a few just to enjoy. Really, like, it's probably pretty versatile. There's not a lot of going on in the ingredient side of things like we would do with, say, like, you know, adjunct stouts in terms of like, you know, coffees and vanillas and stuff we've done before, or like even the hazy beers where you got so many layers of hops and techniques used. It's pretty straightforward brewing.
And I find that like the restraint in ingredients and the kind of like, so this come out a month after Dark Red, but it spent that time in tank. So it was in tank the same day Dark Red was. So I got lagered for almost 8 weeks, if not a bit longer, and it has those 4 ingredients with the rice as an additional, and it is that, I think that's what, that simplicity is what is really nice. Restraint's pretty key, isn't it? Because you really want to do stuff.
Oh, you do.
I was like, should we put it on chocolate? Should we put raspberries?
Yeah, you do.
Every time a dark beer, I'm like, what about peanut butter?
I know. I've never been a fan of peanut butter beers. I don't
peanut butter and jelly.
I don't know. But like we were just downstairs doing some blending for our beer dinner coming up for some small batch stuff, and like we went.
It's the opposite of restraint.
It really is. And it's like, contain yourself. How many things can you put in it? And we just keep going. That would be good. Like, and eventually just blows out. And you're like, stop now. Just bring it back a bit. So this one is like real restraint. It's just like, let the things do what they do, and it will be a good drinking beer at the end of the day. So, which it's turned out that way. It's very easy to drink. It probably ticks that sessionable dark beer in winter box. So yeah.
Cheers.
And salt.
I know.
Maybe.
I did. This was an hour interview, by the way.
Sure was.